Ahoy, this is Zdenka. In last little while, I've received very similar comments. This one, for example, can you please review Moza Mini-P? Another one, can you please review Moza Mini-P since you already filmed with it anyways? Well, guess what? In today's video, obviously, I'm going to be reviewing 3-in-1 Moza Mini-P gimbal. Why 3-in-1? Because it can be used with compact or mirrorless cameras, the small ones. It can be used with smartphone and also action cameras. But the question is, how good is it? How is the stabilization? What does he have to offer? Let's take a look. Gats and Moza did not offer me this gimbal for a review. I bugged them. I bugged them as soon as I saw that they came out with it because I own Canon M6 Mark II and I have also Canon M50 and most of you have that small camera as well, and I thought if I can use it with that and I can also use it with smartphone and action camera, I don't need two different gimbals, I just need one. I can just throw it in my backpack and done. I thought it's great. So they did send me one for testing and for review. This is not a paid ad. I'm not paid to say certain things. You may have seen me filming with it the Mustang video. This is where I could truly test it with iPhone 11 Pro. But how is it with the mirrorless camera? Well, let's take a look at the specifications first. It is a 3-axis gimbal. It can be used with smartphone, small compact or mirrorless cameras and action cameras. Moza Mini-P can handle payload between 130 and 900 grams. Rotation of motors is quite large. When it comes to pan, you will get full 360, tilt will give you 330 and roll 330 degrees. It has built-in 2000 mAh lithium battery, which when fully charged via USB cable will give you 20 hours of usage. It is quite light. It weighs 694 grams. Here are the dimensions when it is folded and when it is normal, unfolded when we are using it. Because of the size and the weight, it is perfect for travel and for adventure trips. You just throw it to your backpack and you know that you can stabilize your video. Okay, I've got here Canon M6 Mark II, I've got here Canon M50. I'm gonna go with M6 Mark II because it's a bit heavier than the M50. I just want to see how the gimbal is gonna handle the weight. And I'm gonna place just a kit lens, 15 to 45 millimeters on it, which I normally use when I'm vlogging outdoors. Let's take it out and see how it is when it comes to stabilization. Let's do some tests. Regular walk, ninja soft walk, and full speed run. As you're looking at the footage, let's talk about the kind of cameras you can actually use. I'm going to include a direct link to compatibility list below the video so you can check if your camera is compatible, if it is simply on the list. As far as the weight of the camera, it can handle even something like Sony A7 series with very light lens. On the list, you will see Sony and Canon cameras, Fuji and Panasonic. The only cameras which are not so compatible with this gimbal are Canon cameras. Surprisingly, you can take photo with the gimbal shutter, but you cannot start and stop recording, so you do need to press the camera button. Everything else works though. You can control focus as well. I'm not sure why this is happening with Canon cameras, but I do remember that it did happen before with some other gimbal. I should also mention that you do need to order separately cable for your appropriate camera to use it with this gimbal. You can mount the camera horizontally and vertically as well in case you need to film for social media. Let's look at the stabilization of this gimbal with a smartphone. Let's do the same thing, walk, ninja walk and run. Let's test it. And here what I want to mention is that what I absolutely love about this gimbal is the fact that I can load it with extra lenses and filters, and I don't have to worry much about the weight of the phone setup. There's also no motor shown in the shot while using ultra-wide angle lens, so I don't have to worry about that as well. When I was filming the Mustang video, I had absolutely blast. The range of motors is really big, I could do lots with it, I didn't feel restricted. Last night I did a firmware update and I gotta say that when I was filming with this, the Mustang video, here and there I felt a little bit of a vibration in certain moves, but after the firmware update yesterday, check this out. I can do absolutely anything. It's not restricting in any way. There's no vibration, nothing. I'm pushing it. I'm really going crazy and it's responding fabulous. Well done. There are two apps you would be using this gimbal with. One is Moza Master, and that's when you would be updating the firmware, or also if you want to access more creative things while you are filming with the compact or mirrorless cameras. There are some limitations though. I tried to control the gimbal with my smartphone, which I could, but when I tried to mimic motion, this feature is not available for me. Not sure if it is limited for this gimbal or simply it's not compatible with my phone. I'm simply not sure. When you're filming with smartphone, you will be using Moza Genie app. There is a difference between Apple system compatibility and Android though. With Apple, you can film 4K video in 24, 30, and 60 frames per second, 1080p and 720p video in 24, 30, 60, 120, and 240 frames per second. You can film in manual mode. There are several levels of stabilization. You can switch lenses, ultra wide, wide, telephoto. There is an option to shoot with double ultra wide and 3 shots. You can select from multiple filters. In photo mode, new features has been added such as multiple exposure and light painting. You can also edit video in built-in video editing app. No need to purchase another app for video editing. What I am seeing with the Moza Genie app over the time is that the app is constantly changing, it's evolving. So some features are added, some features disappear. So what I strongly suggest is to download the latest Moza Genie app to check what you actually get with the type of phone you have. With Android phones, the app has been updated as well. You will get absolutely everything what Apple phone has. The only thing you're not gonna be able to do is to film in 24 frames per second. So now the slow motion is there, manual filming is there, you can switch lenses and all that. The only thing you cannot do is the 24 frames per second. But again, it can vary from phone to phone. So again, download the Moza Genie app and make sure you check that first. Operating gimbal is easy and straightforward. There is no display, so you do need to remember what each button does to be able to change different modes. You can film in upright position, in upside down position as well. It has follow mode, tilt follow mode, sports mode, inception mode, FPV, and lock mode. With smartphone, you can control pretty much everything with the press of a button on the gimbal. With smartphone, you can zoom in and out with these buttons on the side. However, you do need to use Moza Genie app. If you do have an Android phone and you do need to film in 24 frames per second, and obviously you do need to go to other apps such as ProTake or Filmic Pro or Moment, you can use this gimbal there because you can press the buttons to change the modes of the gimbal. However, there will be some limitations because mainly it is built to work with Moza Genie app. What do I think about this gimbal? Well, if you are on a budget and you use compact camera, you use smartphone and action cameras, you need a gimbal to stabilize all that, you want something for travel light, it is possible good option. The only thing is you have to get used to is the balancing. Obviously, when you are filming with a smartphone on the gimbals, you just kind of pop the smartphone and you go. With this, you have to balance it a little more. There's a little bit more involved. Also, if you are switching from filming from smartphone to compact camera, you need to change the system a little bit. So there is a little bit time involved when it comes to balancing. However, the fact that for me, I love this gimbal because, like I said, I can just load it with all kinds of different filters and lenses for smartphone, and I can do whatever I want with it, and I don't have to see the motors in the shot with filming with ultra wide angle lens. So for me, it's absolutely amazing. It would be definitely good for much advanced filmmaking. The range of motion of the motors is huge. You can absolutely be creative here. So I know this is my favorite gimbal, but you do need to judge on your own what you need. If you actually need this product, you need to make the decision for yourself. You also need to think when you are filming with the mirrorless camera or compact camera, what kind of lenses you're going to be using. If you are going to be using just light lenses, or if you're going to be using heavy lenses and the payload, the maximum payload will be simply exceed it. You might actually need a little bit heavier gimbal, but again, you need to do some calculations and thinking what works for you. I'm not here to push anybody to buy anything. I'm here to review the products to deliver the information you are looking for. For those interested to see the pricing, link to this product can be found below the video in a video description. Yes, those are international links. It will show you the pricing in your currency depending where you live. Hit the thumbs up if you found this video useful and informative. Subscribe to future videos, and if you have any questions, comments, or simply want to say hi or ahoy, you know what to do. Leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you, my friends, in the next video. Ciao, ahoy.